What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now. I'm Alex, and in this video, I want to talk about Star Wars Jedi Survivor and when is the next time we're going to see it. You know, last week, I talked about Obi-Wan Kenobi. I tried to kind of lead the coverage of this game on the channel with a theory, and I'll do more of that. I want to talk about Darth Maul and a few other characters. But then I was asked by Yo-Yo Flamingo, which, by the way, is an incredible name all on its own, and he had asked me, like, hey, do you have any inkling of what you think is going on with Jedi Survivor? And I was thinking, wow, that's a good question, because while I've started kind of my preview coverage of the game, we are within 2 months of it, and we only have the first trailer. I don't know if you call it a reveal, probably like a teaser trailer, right? And then you have what we saw at the Game Awards. So I guess there's a couple questions, right? When's the next time that we see it? And what does the lead up to this game actually look like? Because, I mean, you can go one of two different directions. You can really play it very, very quiet, very, very, in a way, safe, almost like if I'm thinking God of War Ragnarok maybe, right? You got some stuff. Game Informer got their little 4 minutes of info of the game, all that kind of stuff. When we went into the game, we kind of went in it as clean as humanly possible, right? So for Survivor, is that the same idea? We are about a month and a half or so away from this game. So whatever they do, they're going to have to do it quickly. So you could do almost nothing. Now, I do think there has to be like one or two other things. I think, and I mean, I always kind of default with this when it comes to games just because it's kind of what I always want to see, raw gameplay. Now, I actually think this game did it better than most games with their trailer at the Game Awards. I've given it praise quite often actually on the channel without getting too flashy, without relying on kind of like fake CG. They showed the game. They showed literally what you'll be doing, how the game functions, some of the new lightsaber techniques, all this stuff, and they just showed it in a trailer. They made it work, and they made it look really cool for it basically just being gameplay that they stitched together. So I think they, to an extent, have already done this, and I guess what I'm asking is maybe like one place, let's say, from that, and you just kind of expand it a little bit. You give us a 10, 15-minute walkthrough of just a little zone. You don't have to show much. You don't have to show any like main bosses. Maybe you have like a side boss you can kind of run into in the map, something like that. And that may be it. I mean, yes, you'd actually be going into the game with very limited knowledge of where the game is going to take you in all. It's pretty vague in terms of its kind of synopsis or plot, right? But I mean, that, as we've seen, I think with the post, stuff around the world era, is a lot of secrecy, is a lot of companies that seemingly are okay, which is fine. And I'm not like dissing the game. If we go into the game knowing what we know right now, it's bold for sure, but it's seemingly part of kind of this new age that other games are doing anyway. So it's not all that much different. I wouldn't really be surprised. Would I like a little bit more? Yes. Have they already gotten me? Yes. Have they already gotten a lot of people? Yes. And I think simply for the fact that it's a sequel, right? So I think a lot of people you already transfer over. If you don't like Fallen Order, I can't imagine what's going to change too much about Survivor that's going to make you want to get it. But then you think to, how little time they have left. I really think the next couple weeks is going to tell the story. Like, if we don't get anything substantial, and by substantial, again, I mean maybe like that gameplay kind of thing, by like the second week of February, then you got a month left. After that, right, you got a month left. And you also have to think, by the way, when they give codes out to influencers, to gaming press, probably a week or so, week and a half, 2 weeks before the game comes out. So although the game comes out March 17th, you really only have to a little bit before then, because then the game is out, and then you just don't really do it. I mean, social media-wise, they may be active, but in terms of what we're talking about, if you're going to get not like a release trailer or like a launch trailer, but something else, another trailer that would happen in the next like 2-3 weeks, or gameplay that would happen in the next like 2-3 weeks. If you're not going to get that by the end of February, then this is the plan. The plan is to go into the game with, not showing much. Maybe it comes off like that's like a negative, or I'm kind of like dissing that. Not at all. Not at all. It's just an option is all it is. So be very interesting to see what they do. I do think the next 2-3 weeks are going to be pretty telling, because then you're in the final month, and then, it's go time. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. Make sure you guys are subscribed, bell icon turned on, and I'll see you all on the next one.